Dome Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of tennis. So y'all check this out. Well, I had to stop crying long enough to do this video about your boy Roger Federer. Right? Roger Federer is the new world number one, and what's more significant, the oldest world number one in men's tennis history. He's over 36 years old. The oldest was Andre Agassi, but 33 years old, 4 months, 33 and 4 months. So, this guy has just cemented his GOAT status. I think, his GOAT status is there, but this is another thing in his cap, another feather in his cap, doing something this awesome. And, he's 36 years old and up there, and he's playing at a high level. We know he just won the Australian Open, his 20th Grand Slam, but to follow that up with being world number one. And if he wants to, he can extend his lead a little bit because he could play the clay court season when he didn't play last year. I don't know what he's going to do, but we don't want to talk about it. Let's just talk about the fact that getting the world number one, at 36 years old, he hasn't had, if the longest streak or the oldest guy was 33 years old, let's put it like that, Andre Agassi, then that's telling you that Roger Federer hasn't been number one for about 4 years, at least, 3 to 4 years. So that's all. It's something to show how he persevered, right? His longevity in the sport and his patience. Because, Roger Federer has been dealing with other legends, right? If you take Roger Federer just out of the tennis equation, then Rafael Nadal, who's playing with him, alongside him, and has a better record head-to-head against him, would be the greatest of all time with 16 Grand Slams and 10 of them on the French Open. He's already the greatest clay court player by far, right? So he's dealing with him. Then, you would also have Novak Djokovic, who's won 12 Grand Slams. That's only behind Pete Sampras. We can go way back to Roy Emerson or something. But anytime recently when TVs wasn't black and white, then you're talking Pete Sampras with 14. That would make Djokovic tie for third place of all time. He's playing right now. This whole time when Federer's playing. So there's a reason why Federer ain't been number one for 4 years. But to persevere and finally giving up on that old equipment that he didn't want to get away from, but he had to because everybody else got new equipment. Well, he finally did it. And, after this little break he had but being hurt, coming back revigorated with that backhand, people still trying to attack it, but learning that he has a backhand now and he's hitting winners with it. In his match, he beat Robin Haase. He beat him 4-6, 6-1, 6-1. And, the first set was awesome. Second set, Federer just let him know what time it was. And then he broke him right away in the third set with a backhand winner. It's kind of, symbolized what his mindset is right now. Man, Federer is looking real good. And to see him make it through all that time with not being world number one, dealing with these other legends, and coming back and showing, even against his nemesis, which is Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal, like I said, has a head-to-head against him. But Federer has beaten him 4 times in a row recently because his this revigorated backhand, renewed confidence with this backhand. So it is really good to see him still playing on a high level. And I can't even say high level anymore. We can say the highest level. 36 years old, on top of the mountain, the tennis mountain. That's just showing you how awesome Roger Federer is. We were talking about him recently about, him probably being one of the greatest athletes there is or ever has been. He's in those kind of conversations when you're talking about, the length of his dominance. And even when he wasn't number one, he was right around there playing, rubbing elbows with the very best tennis has to offer. And he is still doing it to today. And like I said before, he will still be a problem on all fast surfaces, right? I just see clay court being a slight problem with Nadal and maybe Djokovic. The rest of them on clay as well. It just depends on if he wants to do that or not. So, barring any major injuries, we're going to have to deal with Roger for a minute, Because this makes one thing clear. He knows his place in history, and he's chasing history. That's what he's out there for. That's why he went to Rotterdam. He wasn't even signed up for that tournament. He went there extra to get this world number one, knowing the significance of it. and handling his business like the Fed Express does. Boy, this is a bad boy. Y'all better recognize and start watching while you still got an opportunity. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.